What's up, guys? Alright, so we're back for another one. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been sitting inside. COVID's been getting to me, so as you can tell, things have been a little crazy. But we're back. We're going to do a video. There's a couple things I want to talk about. I've been writing a lot about different things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, so expect a lot of videos coming soon. But today, I wanted to talk about one thing in particular that came out in the last couple weeks that I wasn't able to talk about when it first came out. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about it, maybe some of you haven't, but it's about the article that was released in the New York Post about the Israeli head of their space department, which is basically NASA in Israel. And I want to talk about some of the things that he said in this interview that he did, and just exactly like what the New York Post article said, and go over some of the details, because I've been hearing a lot about like what he said, but nobody's really gone into detail about what the article said and whatnot. So I wanted to do that and make a little video for you guys. It's gonna be a quick one. I'm just going over this article, and then expect a couple other videos coming out really soon after that are more in depth and more into some more serious topics. But yeah, so here we go. Also, I'm sorry that the background isn't exactly spooky this time. This is the best place I could find. I'm visiting my parents right now, so I don't really have like, my set that I would have in my bedroom. But I think this is fine. It's not spooky, but it's a cool little background. It's pretty out. Figure might as well go for it. So, without further ado, for those of you that don't know, an article came out in the New York Post. It's about a guy named, and I don't want to butcher his name, but it's APS-C. I think that's what it's pronounced. I'll put the name right here so you guys can read it. He was the head of the Israeli Space Department from, I think, 1981 to 2010. So pretty much 30 years. So this guy, he recently wrote a book where he talked about some of his experiences working with the job, and not only do aliens exist, but they have been in contact with humans for years, and they don't want to reveal themselves because they're afraid that humans are going to become hysterical. Which, I mean, to be honest, I'm not very surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either if humans freaked out about it. A lot of people still don't think that it's even a possibility that aliens exist. So I wouldn't be surprised if humans did go hysterical if the news came out that aliens exist. So everybody's been talking about this article lately, and essentially this guy's saying that the aliens have reached this agreement with the government to stay quiet about the situation. So I'll read you a quote from the article right now. Space aliens have reached an agreement with the US government to stay mum on the experiments they conduct on Earth, as well as their secret base on Mars, until mankind is ready to accept them. The aliens have asked not to announce that they are here because humanity is not ready yet. This is what this guy's saying. Now, who knows if this guy is telling the truth or not? However, let me tell you a little bit about like this guy's background, because I think it's important, because he is he's not just some guy that got lucky and got a job and now he's spouting some crazy stuff. No, this guy is a scientist, professor, PhD. He's world renowned. He's never claimed any other hoax in the past. He's never done anything crazy. Everybody knows him as being a reliable, trustworthy source for all kinds of information. Never in his career has anyone came out and said that this guy was lying about something or doing something crazy. He's always been trustworthy. So when he says this stuff, it's to be taken seriously, even if it does sound crazy. I think, think about it this way. If this was the head of NASA saying this stuff, we would take it seriously without a doubt. So we have to do the same for the Israeli Space Agency as well. So when he says something like this, I think it's something to be heeded. And I can't think personally of I mean, he's an old man now. Why would he want to, be ridiculed this late in his life? And basically, when he came out with this, he said, "Why? I could have said this way earlier in my career, but I didn't, because I didn't want the people back then I would have ruined my career on it. So I waited until now. I'm retired. I'm older. I don't have a lot of years left. So I'm paraphrasing here. This isn't actually what he said, but he essentially said something similar. And now that the opinion around the topic is changing, the Pentagon has released these videos and whatnot. People are starting to take the possibility of alien life more seriously. So I think he felt comfortable enough to come out and finally say something that has probably been on his mind for years. And I think it's worth taking seriously, even if it might not be true. But yeah, so let's move on. All right, so another thing that he said in the article was that Trump knows about these aliens, right? Or he knows about all this stuff, and he tried to release the information and make it public. But, so I'll read a quote from the article. So he says, Trump was on the verge of revealing aliens' existence, but the aliens in the Galactic Federation were saying, wait, let people calm down first. This is what that guy said. They don't want to start mass hysteria. They want to first make us sane and understanding. So that's what So basically, he's saying that humans need to grow up a bit before, you know, they reveal themselves, which I agree 100%. We're basically monkeys that are conscious and can, you know, make cars and computers and stuff. You know, I think there are a lot of people that would be cool with it if aliens revealed themselves to us. I think a lot of people would be super excited. Probably one of the coolest things ever to happen. If not, I mean, no, this would absolutely be the biggest thing ever to happen in our history. If we found out that these things were real and they were visiting us, and there was a whole federation of alien life out there that were somehow visiting us and communicating with certain people. To just dismiss it and say people are crazy that think about it, what's the point in that? That's not getting us anywhere when it could be one of the biggest things ever to happen to the human race in general. So, but that being said, so like I was saying, there are a lot of people that are gonna be happy about it and, you know, be excited and want to learn more about them and communicate with them and, you know, heed their advice. But I think there's another end of the spectrum of people who would freak out, who would become hysterical when they found out this information. It would destroy all of their beliefs and how they see the world for some of these people. Not only that, but I think there'll be certain people that would want to fight them or see them as a threat in some way. And I think that would only cause problems because clearly these people these life forms are way ahead of us technologically if they're visiting Earth. So to start a fight with them isn't exactly the smartest thing in the world. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to know if they're real or not. I don't really care if, you know, I just want to know the truth. And okay, let me know in the comments. Actually, I want to know like what you guys think. Would you guys freak out if it happened? Would you be excited? Would you be scared? What would be your reaction if tomorrow the government came out and said that there were life forms out there, a whole federation of life on other planets that were visiting us, and basically all of this was revealed to be true? How would you react? Do you think you would react hysterically? Do you think you'd be happy, excited? Like, what would you want to do? What would be your first reaction? Let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely excited, because I think that I would be excited, but at the same time, I think it would change the way I saw everything to the point where I can't even imagine right now how I would react. Because I could only really know how I would react in that moment. But anyways, so next in the article he says, they've been waiting for humanity to evolve and reach a stage where we will generally understand what space and spaceships are. There's an agreement between the US government and the aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. They too are researching and trying to understand the whole fabric of the universe, and they want us as their helpers. So I think this makes sense. I mean, think about the way we research other life forms on Earth. You know, how we study monkeys or bugs or whatever it might be. If we could get them to help us in that research, we would. I mean, they don't happen to be at the same level of consciousness as us or even able to fathom what scientific research is, but if there was a being out there that could do that, we would want their help in doing that. So I think it makes sense that these life forms would want to help, you know, ask for a peaceful exchange of knowledge. But then again, that would also explain these alien abductions, because, you know, and why the government seems to let them, you know, not only try to hide them, but let them go under the radars. Because if there is an exchange that's been made between humans and these things, then it would make sense that they would allow these abductions to happen where, you know, they do research on humans. Or I don't know if you guys know about, I mean, this gets into some more a little bit weirder stuff, but there's these cattle mutilations happen all around the US. You can look it up. I mean, it's extremely common. Thousands of cattle are mutilated every few years, and nobody knows why. I mean, a lot of these cuts and stuff on the cattle and the way they're mutilated is almost surgical, and nobody knows what's doing it. Now I don't know if that's aliens or not. I'm just spitballing here, but if they're doing research on humans, they're probably doing it on other life forms on Earth as well. But yeah, I think it makes perfect sense that our government has made some kind of exchange with them, or told them that they could study Earth and its inhabitants. And the question is, what's the trade-off for? What are we getting out of that? Are we getting? Are they helping us develop new technology? Are they telling us, you know, oh, let us do this research, or else, and we'll let you live. Otherwise, we're going to kill you all or make you our prisoners. I mean, what's the exchange here, you know? And, oh yeah, another thing that I was thinking about here that kind of got me excited and got me hopeful about the future is that, you know, if these things do want to research us and they have an investment in us surviving as a species and Earth as a whole, then if something bad were to happen on Earth, or something where it was going to happen, where a huge asteroid's about to crash on Earth and destroy all the life, or we were going to get into a horrible nuclear war with Russia and everybody blows each other up, would they step in and stop it? Would they, or whatever, if the glaciers melt and the whole world floods, whatever might happen, would they intervene and try to help us? I think that's a great question, because if so, then that kind of changes the way we see. If they have the answers to all of these problems and they're just kind of letting us do everything naturally, watching from a distance, making sure we don't destroy ourselves, studying us, but like if it got to the point where we did destroy ourselves, they would step in. That kind of it's going to affect the way we handle things. It's going to, we're not going to take things like global warming more seriously. We're not going to take things like whatever it might be, just giving random examples, an asteroid flying at Earth. We're not going to take it as seriously because we know these things can intervene and save us. So it's interesting to think about, like, would these things help us if we were in danger? It kind of makes me feel like hopeful and safe, that knowing that might be the case, but also it makes me feel worrisome that they might just want to let everything happen naturally. And if something like that was to happen, they would just want to see our reaction and let us die. Like, maybe they have a deal with us that they're not ever going to intervene in any way. And so if that did happen, they would just let it happen. I don't know, but that's just something I was thinking about. All right, so here's where it gets a little crazier even. So he goes on to say in the article that there is a underground base on Mars, right? And that there are American astronauts there now. Not only have they visited there before, but they're there now working at this base underneath the ground on Mars. Now, he's not the first person to say that there's an underground base on Mars. Tons of people have said that. Do I think that it's true? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, they say that there's a high possibility that there was life on Mars before and that it was destroyed by some kind of apocalyptic event. So maybe that life somehow made it to Earth before it was destroyed, or maybe it just burrowed underneath the Mars surface and is living there. I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, it's a little out there, but I think it's interesting to think about nonetheless. Anyways, he says that when he first told his friends about all of this, they mocked him. But recently, they've been changing their minds and kind of taking his side on this whole thing. Now, a lot of them even believe him. So here's a quote from him from the article. If I had come up with what I'm saying today 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized. Wherever I've gone with this in academia, they've said, this man has lost his mind. Today, they're already taking things differently. I have nothing to lose. I've received my degrees and awards. I'm respected in universities and abroad, where this trend is also changing. So basically saying that, for years he would have been mocked for coming out with this, but now people's opinions are kind of shifting a little bit, so that now, instead of reacting like he's an idiot or a crazy person or putting him in a mental hospital, people are starting to come around and think, oh, maybe this is a possibility. Maybe he's not lying. Maybe, maybe there is something out there that is bigger than what we could imagine. Something we don't know about. I mean, especially when you think about the stuff that was released from the Pentagon. I mean, even the Pentagon has come out saying that not only did they release those videos, but they came out saying that they have extraterrestrial crafts from other worlds. They literally said that in the Pentagon papers. The exact quote from the thing that the Pentagon released about stuff from other worlds is it says that they have retrieved materials from off-world vehicles not made on Earth. So I don't know what else that could mean aside from them having some kind of spaceship or some kind of craft that was made on another planet. I mean, it's pretty clear to me that they're saying what they're saying there. Not only that, but I wanted to say, like, in the latest COVID stimulus bill, they put in the thing where in 180 days the government has to release all the information they know on UFOs. So we might be finding out something. I have a feeling they're not gonna tell us everything, obviously, but it's possible that they could release something that, changes everything in these next 180 days. So that's really exciting to think about. But the point is, with all the stuff that they've been releasing lately, they've basically been saying that these things exist, and we don't really know what they are, or we might know what they are, they're not telling us. But people are starting to take it more seriously now, and they should. Also, there's more reasons than just that for looking into these things. It could be a national security risk. If China or Russia are the ones developing these crafts, then I think it's worth looking into in case this is something they're spying on us, or these crafts can change the way society functions as a whole. So if they know something that far ahead of us, it's worth looking into 100%. I mean, also, if there is a space federation of a bunch of life forms, wouldn't everybody want to look into that and find out more about that? I mean, if there even is the possibility of that being a thing, why is it being shunned so much? I don't understand. I mean, we think that's crazy, We think it's crazy to look into UFOs and the possibility of alien life and all these other things, but yet we spend a ridiculous amount of time caring about who Chris Hemsworth got divorced from last week, or what Ryan Gosling is doing on the beach with a girl that he met on Tinder. I don't know. Like, why do we care so much about what all these celebrities are doing? We spend all of our time caring about that stuff, but then when we look into something like there being life on other planets or something coming to visit us from outside of Earth, we're crazy. But it's not crazy to care about what celebrities are doing day to day or what they're wearing or all of that stuff. I mean, come on, there's clearly something wrong there. Why are we spending so much time focused on that when there's bigger questions to be asked, I think? I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about the other day. I'm not saying that all these things are true. I'm saying that it's worth talking about them. It's worth looking into them, even if we might be wrong. It's worth asking questions. That's the whole basis behind science. It's asking questions that we don't know about and trying to find evidence for them. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video. I wanted to keep this one short. Just kind of like talk a little bit about this article and stuff and give my thoughts and ideas on it. Let me know what you guys think. I hope everybody has had a great holiday season. It's finally 2021. We can hopefully move past 2020 as quickly as possible. I hope everybody's staying safe, staying healthy, staying, COVID free. But yeah, go out there, talk to people, have conversations about this stuff. Don't be afraid to, get out there and talk about this kind of stuff. It's worth it. It's fun too to think about this kind of stuff. But yeah, as usual, go out and make someone smile today. Do something fun for someone. Get them their favorite candy bar. Do something cool for them. Give them a hug, whatever it may be. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give it a like, please. And subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot. Those are the things that help this channel grow. And I really want to try and make more videos and potentially do this for a living one day if I can slowly grow this channel up. Like I said before, if there's a topic you guys want me to cover, if there's something you guys want me to talk about, I'll be happy to do that. Somebody said a few weeks ago that I should make a day in the life of living in New York video. Be happy to do that. If there's anything else you guys want me to cover, please let me know. I'll be happy to do so. I love you guys so much. Like, keep giving me feedback, keep giving me comments. It means a lot. It means like a lot. It really makes me want to keep going. Like seeing that some of you guys are interested in this. It's awesome. It's really, really appreciated. Yeah, but thanks for watching. I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna put out other videos very soon. As I've said, I'm gonna try to film as many as I can, as soon as I can, because I know I've kept you guys waiting for a long time and I have a lot of topics I want to talk about. So yeah, thanks for watching. I love you guys so much. I will be seeing you very soon. Have a great day. Bye.